And now meet the star of our show. Symbol of a treat that quality made famous. America's most famous ice cream treat, Eskimo pie. Creamy, delicious ice cream made even more exciting with smooth, rich chocolate coating. And wearing the label of quality, known the world over. Eskimo pie, the treat you know is tops because it carries its pledge of quality right on the back of the bag. Be sure you save the bags for valuable premiums. Get famous Eskimo pie at our refreshment stand now. It's America's anytime taste treat. Finest ice cream, finest chocolate. It's delicious.
Hey! They're ready, folks.
For refreshment, that is great.
If it's early or it's late,
It's Orange Crush, the drink that's extra good. Fresh fruit flavor,
that's for me. It tastes better.
naturally. Orange Crush, get some right away.
Visit our refreshment stand right away for delicious Orange Crush and all kinds of good things to eat.
What is it?
Hey, why it's Buttercup popcorn. Add some butter to hot popcorn. Mix it up, wrap it up. Buttercup is born.
It's delicious.
So nutritious.
It's a taste delight.
It's so munchy,
Crisp and crunchy.
you'll enjoy each bite. Eat butter-drenched Buttercup popcorn at its best.
Served in a king-size cup.
It beats all the rest.
Hiya, hiya, hiya. They're shrimply delicious. Hiya, hiya, hiya. You'll go for that mouth-watering, taste-tempting, meaty shrimp mixture all wrapped up in a crispy noodle jacket. It's a treat you can't beat. So come on, join the folks that are getting fresh, crispy Flavor shrimp rolls now at the snack bar. They're shrimply delicious.
Like you crave that corn when it's freshly bobbed, you gotta beat it to the box with the butter on the top. Get with it, man, start strolling down to the sweets that you're rolling, the best in town. Our candy's real gone, if I'm understood. To all you squares, that means the confection is positively delicious. Cork that stuff, give me 5, let me send you into this nutty jive. Go, man, go! It ain't very far. Shake it on down to this cool snack bar. Come on, Jill, give us a treat. A friendly pepper-upper with a tasty beat.
Drink Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper, 'cause it never lets you down.
Frosty, man, frosty.
Lads, I'm so fucking bored. Weird. I don't remember turning the TV on.
Welcome to the new American Horror Channel on Roku. Streaming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all night, all day, all horror. Hi, I'm Hart D. Fisher. As owner and operator of the world's greatest uncut 24 hours a day, 7 days a week horror channel, American Horrors, it's my job to let you know that I'm choking to death on this smoke. Okay, we're still rolling, right?
Hey kids, how would you like to hear this on the screen instead of the great show you came to see? That's what you sound like. Honest. Please cooperate and do your part in keeping this theater quiet so everyone, including you, can enjoy it. Now remember, lots of adults and kids, too, paid admission to enjoy the show. We must insist on absolute quiet.
And now, on with the show.
The GORECAST is brought to you by American Horrors, the greatest uncut horror channel in the world. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all horror. As well as the station of decapitation without your head.
America's longest running horror channel, www.withoutyourhead.com.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Studio. I'll be back in a moment.
It's alright, I got this. Hello everybody,
Oh,
Hello everybody and welcome to the GORECAST. I'm the Giz, returning momentarily shall be Johnny Deadly.
Whoa.
Tonight's going to be one of those nights, but rest assured, we got some decent films lined up for you, and even some interesting horror news, which, you know, we'll get to in a few minutes. Are you okay?
I got smoke.
Smoke in the eye? You good?
Yeah, I'm cool.
You good?
Yeah, okay. It's also a combination. I'm just going to just angle these out just ever so slightly, I think. Sorry for the crotch there, people. Pardon me one moment.
Ooh. Like, all right?
I think that's kind of better, yeah. No, not really. They're exceptionally blinding tonight, or is that just me?
You have spent the last 2 days in a dark room.
It does look like I've just noticed my eyes on the camera there, so it does actually look like I haven't seen.
To be fair, this man has been editing like a mad bastard for 5-6 days.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So,
it's all.
I think actual bright light may be.
I did stop and watch an Irish guy get his head choked off by a Russian guy last night for a brief period of time.
I heard about that. I heard about the aftermath as well.
There was. I don't know if it's a good idea we get into it.
No, we're not getting into it.
It's going to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our chat feed will be lively, just not remotely in the manner that we were expecting.
Before we go any further, shall we do some hellos? Because it appears we've got a bunch of people.
Yeah, we can take a look. Yeah, Jesus Christ. There's okay, so Derek McKenna.
Boy, Derek.
Hardcore man. We got to get him a t-shirt or something. We'll come up with something. Neil Jones, hello.
How we doing?
Taz Smith, hello. James Roach, hello. Barry Farrell, hello. Keith O'Connor, hello. Steve Spade, hello.
Maxims Bravosky.
How are you? Shane Cleary, hello. Dara Mulberry, hello. Don Cleary, hello. Kenny McNeil, hello.
Kenny, how are
Markeen,
you?
hello. Alison Harvey, hello.
Alison.
Eugene Sherlock, hello. Chloe Cropper, hello.
Hello.
Jura Hanley, hello. And
hey.
Katie McNeil, I said hello. And I'm going to say hi to Pam now because she'll log in eventually.
Okay. Hi, Pam.
It's good. It's been a hectic start. We do news.
We will. We do
news. I settle down for a minute.
Okay, first on the chopping block, and something that was recently covered.
Okay.
The new Halloween movie is going to be coming out on October the 19th in America, and it seems plans are already in place for this to be the start of perhaps a franchise, not just another sequel, which apparently is already in development.
Yeah.
But a statement was released which indicated that if all goes well, they're looking to A, have a sequel for this new movie out this time next year, and B, with any luck, work that into a thing whereby from now on we'll be getting a new Halloween movie every year until they decide, fuck it, we can't bleed this rock anymore, let's just put it down. That's actually our blood that's on the ground, not the stones anymore. So, you know.
Yep.
But even still,
many more movies with a guy who's just, wait, hang on a fucking minute.
We haven't seen the new film yet. We don't know how it's going.
No, but what we do know is it's 40 years past the date, which is now, which would put Michael at what? Pushing 60. Which means, like... Ugh.
To be fair, given some of the things we watch, wrestling and whatnot, it isn't that far, a spry, healthy 60-year-old guy that could still put somebody through a wall if they wanted to.
Undertaker looks like he had a fight with sunlight and lost.
He could still put people through walls.
Yeah, that's true. He did look extra crispy though.
Plus,
actually, they all looked. Everyone over 40 looked extra crispy.
Let's be fair. There's always going to be the Will Shatner mask and the boiler suit.
Yeah, but under that, in kayfabe, there's a 62-year-old man
who can pick you up and put you through a wall.
Could.
It's not Ric Flair, so it's still applicable.
Could. Like, the reason, I know the movie isn't out, but from what we've pieced together in the trailers and the ungodful amount of information that's out about the film, like, the whole reason Jamie Lee Curtis is... This isn't even remotely what the fuck we were supposed to be talking about. Anyway, even Jamie Lee Curtis's badassiness is all gun-toting, old lady, shotgun-wielding lunatic fight. So...
I don't know. I'm just saying what I saw. I'm just...
It's applicable now. It's just I can't see 10 years down the road when he's 70 fucking 2.
Should I move on to the next bit of news?
Yeah, you really interrupted my old man Myers. Yeah, fuck it. Okay.
I felt that if I didn't interrupt it, you might not stop.
Yeah, it was a good call now, to be honest. Yeah.
There's also... Yeah. Those of you that are fans of the Friday the 13th game, not gonna lie, we played it a few times. It was great fun. Only got to play it when it first came out. But anyway, it seems Horror Inc. have recently released a statement in regards to the.
If you like that game or Dead by Daylight, which is very similar, it's just not all Friday the 13th orientated mainly. But for mobile gamers, there's a really cool one called Identity V, which is pretty much the same thing. Just thought I'd throw that out there, seeing as well, you and I have never get to talk about video games.
This is true.
I mentioned PUBG last week, and I think there was a brief. There was that augmented reality game we did on the first episode that we never heard of ever again after that. Although Bino told me it's on iOS, it's just not on Android.
Oh, okay.
Pissing me right off.
Anyway, it seems there was court proceedings holding up new content to be brought out with the Friday the 13th game after there was...
Victor Miller
there was a dispute.
Sean Cunningham were having debacle debates about who owned
the rights
to Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
And Victor Cunningham... Sorry, no, I just blended everyone's... Sorry, thank you. Victor Miller...
Is it Mueller, I thought?
I think it's Miller.
M-U-L-L-E-R.
I thought it was M-I-L-L-E-R.
It was Mueller.
Victor. Victor was trying to claim that he owned Jason and all of that, and then eventually, though the court proceedings technically have gone in favour of Victor, saying that he owns the original franchise. Within the original franchise, all he technically does own killer-wise is Pamela Voorhees in a bag.
Yeah.
Or not in a bag. Or minus her head, depending on... I can't see head. Has Pamela Voorhees been a thing in it anyway?
The point is that it is allowed for the potential for new content to finally be released for the game.
Yeah.
As long as they kind of literally come up with their own content or, don't base it on anything that has
I didn't think I wanted this until you and I were discussing it earlier, but
Jason in space!
That'd be brilliant.
Killers in outer space!
But it would...
chopping up humanity before the race.
Instead of they're in the campsite, they're in the spaceship.
Yeah.
You got to run around the spaceship, and there's loads more shit you can get up to in the
almost
spaceship.
Like Space Hulk in a way.
Yeah, it could even accumulate in if you, depending on how quickly you get away from Jason, you might have to fight him outside of the spaceship. Because as stupid as that was, it was also one of the coolest goddamn things. Like, that man rocket packed Jason clean into the fucking stratosphere. Great shit. Do you know? Is it great in relation to the storyline of the whole thing? Probably not. But fuck me, is it fun to watch. Oh no.
Speaking of things that are fun to watch, oh my giddy aunt! I cannot wait. I hope they don't kill it, and I hope they don't wreck it. But
who's your giddy aunt?
Anyway,
you said, "Oh my giddy aunt."
Yes, as an expression of overjoyment and anticipation of a
Oh, I
series.
thought it was going to be like, "Oh my giddy aunt, Dorothy." So
Well,
giddy.
To be fair, after you watch this series, you ain't gonna feel like you're in Kansas no more, because Kansas has probably been set fire to Superman's.
That was a very good segue.
Thank you. Superman's ball has been
Do
like
it.
stumped, crushed into the ground.
Take your segue moment.
Segue.
I like how you went for that one. I'm more of a like so you're understated, but
thanks. Gareth Ennis, for those of you that are familiar or unfamiliar, is one of the most off the walls, fantastic fucking comic book writers you're ever going to meet. I have lost count of the amount of titles that I've read by him that are awesome, and one of them is coming to the small screen. Finally, The Boys is getting brought to the screen. Now, here's the thing. I would never have thought that anyone would have the I want to say balls, but let's face it, there's an awful lot of them probably going to be getting crushed over the course of the series. The spine, no, they're going to get ripped out. The guts, no, they're going to be on the floor. The courage to go along and bring a series like this to the TV screen. Because, well, to be perfectly honest, what this series does is, firstly, it shows you a world where superheroes are legalized to a degree and controlled almost corporately. Think of the registration thing that you saw in the Marvel Universe.
they're rent-a-suits.
Kind of, yes. The VOD,
Except the suits, instead of them being bow
They're
ties, or
super
they're super suits, you know, or spandex.
VOD Industries has the monopoly on most of these things, and for the most part, it is PR gold. They send superheroes in, they do their job, whatever. Of course, the fact they're superheroes means that, well, pretty much
They need downtime because now they're on the clock and they have hours. And some people fucked up downtime.
Do whatever the smeg they want, because they want, when they want. And how does it? Yeah, some series.
I'll give you a scenario. Picture the scene. Soups is having a stroll down Hollywood Boulevard one day. I'm saying that because it's applicable for later. And he just sees a lady and he's just like tapping that.
I thought you didn't read the comic, or you hadn't read the comic. That's actually very, yep. So yeah,
Not literally Soups due to copyright reasons.
but an approximation of him.
An approximation. And because if it was actually Soups, it brings up the whole, why does she still have a face?
She doesn't.
Oh, does she? Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Gareth Ennis.
So it kind of answers the whole Lois and excellent headlessness, I thought was the answer. Or he literally fucked clean through her like a buzzsaw. Or both.
Depending on the chick. That's the
What's
level.
the name of this comic? The Boys?
Yeah, that's the
Boys.
level.
The
That's the
Boys.
level. Here's the thing. Some superheroes need to be watched. Some superheroes need to be controlled. Some superheroes just need to be taken out of the picture.
Hello, Donna.
That's when you send in The Boys. 7 working class, superpowered heroes whose entire mission is to fight dirty and fucking win. Led by Carl Urban playing Billy Butcher. Oh my god, this is
For
gonna be
people who don't
brilliant.
know who Carl Urban is, he slapped the Rock around in Doom.
Or that. He was in Doom too, but I prefer to think from his tread.
I know you do, but when it comes to like hard arse applicableness, he beat the Rock up in a movie. That doesn't happen.
Judge Dredd.
The Rock in a movie.
Judge Dredd.
He played Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
He beat Logic.
An entire tower of people and Dredd took it out. Anyway,
The Rock.
Look,
in a movie. They didn't even beat the fucking Scorpion in the Scorpion King. They had to just bury it in a big flamey hole where it can come back from. There was
Yes.
no beating it.
I can see
He murdered The Rock. Not even The Rock. Uber Rock.
but he was uber urban.
He was uber urban, but it just made them back in comparative size to normal, just larger than normal.
Point is, Billy Butcher is going to be a monster.
Yeah, because he beat the fucking Rock up in a Hollywood movie.
Wait till you see what he does to superheroes. Once again, I thought you hadn't read the comic.
I don't need to read the comic to know. You said 5 sentences about Billy Butcher earlier, and I was like, do you know what? Myself and that guy are on the same page.
There's also, and I only found this out, I think Simon Pegg is in it as wee Huey's father.
Amazing.
going to be brilliant.
It's absolutely amazing.
Can't wait. One last final piece of news before we get on to stuff, and that is the trailer for the creepy, chilling adventures of Sabrina by Netflix has come out, and I'm not going. What?
Yeah. I didn't know there was a trailer.
I sent it to you.
I just heard Sabrina. I thought we were talking about it. I can get the trailer. Give me 2 seconds.
My point was going to be that looking at the trailer and the way it goes, and knowing what I do about the character and the background, and the fact that yes, she's the spawn of an Archie character originally, so you know there's always going to be a certain tongue-in-cheekness to it. And let us not forget, she did, thanks to Sabrina the Teenage Witch, we did get one of the most awesome kids cartoons ever, and that is Groovy Ghoulies, which I would really like to see at some point appear in this TV show.
In the live action, you got a sassy cat with attitude. I know it's not applicable, but it was great.
I don't know if we're getting a Salem to that level in the series, but I think there may be a Salem. There's certainly a Zelda and a Hilda.
Should not have taken the helmet off. Handy.
Taking the helmet off.
I don't know. Or one of us wearing.
There could be a conversation.
Oh no, Judge Dredd. They shouldn't have taken the helmet off.
They didn't. Not in Dredd.
Oh, he's on about
the law.
He's on about I'm Judge Dredd.
I am the law.
I am Judge Dredd.
Yeah, but no, that wasn't. Yeah, different film. Anyway.
Stella. Oh no, wait, no, not Stella.
Yeah. You almost went Donald Duck.
I was just going to say it was like a fire in Donald Duck's. Why has Judge Dredd got a duck gun? What's going on?
Because it's just as plausible as anything else in that film.
Prepare to die!
Why is your bike flying? Anyway. Back to Sabrina.
Sorry, yeah, finding the trailer. You keep talking and I'll keep... you might need to... Won't lie to you, you're probably going to need to do a wee bit of filler.
I was going to say that given the way the trailer goes and given the fact that there is the obvious connection between Sabrina, Archie, therefore the series, the CW series Riverdale, there is already speculation that there might be a crossover. Personally, I'm looking at this series as potentially a guilty pleasure, mainly because I love the idea of Sabrina the Teenage Witch as a character. I love the fact that the series does look dark and there is a decent storyline. Guilty pleasure comes in with the fact that it does look an awful lot of
the Riverdale TV show I thought was going to be dog's bollocks. And it turned out that that was a lot darker than I was fucking expecting completely.
Which is why there is a lot of people betting on a possible crossover somewhere down the line between this and
Riverdale. They did, didn't they? Were they kind of hand in hand?
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
Sabrina.
Within the comic book world.
Yeah, Sabrina originated as an Archie character.
Good times.
Hmm.
Good times. Yeah, keep talking there just for 2 seconds.
Oh,
if you have any more info. Yeah, oh, no, it's literally just for... fuck, it's... Sorry. Oh, shit, I just said...
Oh, no, what the fuck should we do now?
Oh, no, that's just a little harder core than I normally would say.
Do you remember that time I ended up talking about porn for like 10 minutes?
No. Oh, fuck. That's going to happen tonight as well.
No, it's not. Oh, wait, it is. Shit.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
But not my fault this time. Legitimate reasons.
No, yeah, no, it's valid porn. Does that make sense? Oh, yeah. You called it. It's going to be one of those shows.
Oh, yeah.
You're not wrong.
It's a fragging.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Squeeze up the top water. No cactus. Congrats. Happy birthday to you.
You have to do the noise. Ba-bong. Netflix. Sorry.
In my brain for a second, I was like, what noise? Oh, yeah, that noise.
I hope. You know the little black cat at the end of that? I know it's only there because it just was a very good video graphic, and I'm sure it was a very good way of covering the Sabrina logo so it could transform into the N of Ba-bong. But, God, I hope Salem's in it.
I saw a different trailer, longer trailer, and there definitely was a cat. I don't know if it's Salem or if it was just a random cat.
I hope he talks. I hope he talks.
I don't know.
Especially if he's like darker Salem, you know, where he's kind of like, motherfucker!
I will fuck your shit up.
Like, kind of the wittiness of Salem from the TV show, but with the bitchiness of the evil cat from Scary Movie.
You want a Mog? A Mog.
From Final Fantasy?
No, from... Think of a dire cat is the best way of putting it, but kind of skeletal, super intelligent, and vicious because they enjoy being vicious.
You and I have distinctly different views of what a Mog are.
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
Shall we move on to...
Probably. Was that all the news?
Yeah, that was all the news. That's
okay. Okay, first movie. So, I love, because we're very similar in names. A great tag team. I don't know what you do for a tag team name, though.
Two Johnnies.
Yeah, I know you can't do that, though.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can. Johnny's got you covered. Dude, if Joey Ryan can get away with stuff, I'm sure you can get away with stuff. Are you okay?
Yeah, I assume so. I'm going to just keep checking here. I don't know what this is.
Okay, I'll just wrote it. Johnny Gruesome is brought to us by Uncork'd, once again, because haha, and basically tells the story. It's based on a graphic novel written and done by Greg Lamberson. No? Yes, Gregory Lamberson, who was also the writer and director of the film itself.
Yeah.
He originally did the graphic novel, which saw Johnny Gruesome, also known as Johnny Gruesome, thanks to some of his schoolmates. One night in the story, one wintry night, the car of Johnny Gruesome is found crashed into an icy river, and in it the waterlogged body of Johnny is discovered. The town thinks of it as an accidental death until soon horrible murders start, basically cropping up all over town. Sorry, I had it better in my head and then I lost my vocabulary.
Yeah, I don't know why it did all that reloady page bollocks. We're still streaming anyway. So
okay, that's all that matters.
Craziness. Anyway.
Yeah, so that's basically the crux of the graphic novel story. You have Johnny Gruesome coming back from the dead and going on a murderous rampage through the town, targeting specific people for specific reasons, which one would imagine we find out specifically at the end of the graphic. Now, unfortunately, I haven't...
Very well put.
I like it. Unfortunately, I haven't read the graphic, but going by the synopsis, I imagine that although it's the same guy that did the graphic that actually wrote and directed the film, so maybe it's Anyway, in this we are introduced to Johnny Gruesome and his bunch of friends. I was going to say catter of friends, but I was completely cocking up the word for a minute there, so I just went bunch of friends instead.
Gaggle.
That makes them sound like geese.
Clutter.
Makes them sound all messy. They are kind of messy.
They're pretty messy.
They are, yeah. Friends are Eric, Karen, and Gary Belter. That was it.
Boy, Gary.
Now, Johnny is
Three of them are rock and metaler outsiders who like to do their own thing, and then there's Gary who...
No, Eric.
Then there's Eric who's on the basketball team.
Track team.
Was it the track team? Sorry,
Johnny,
I got confused because of the thing that happened with the basketball court with the kid and the punchy.
Eric and Johnny joined the track team together. Johnny quit the team after having a fight with the coach. Eric stuck around for the team, but the two lads still hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that.
Okay.
But I was saying that he's kind of like the whole punch up at the start of the movie is because the boys are metalers and the guys from the track team can't get why Eric's hanging out with a bunch of dirty metalers and fucking potheads. Nothing wrong with it.
To which Johnny responds with, all right, all three of you. And then one of them decides to be a brave man and he doesn't fare very well. Because Johnny is apparently used to poking the head off oomphlas when they decide to give him shit. Go figure.
Yeah, you can swing a dig alright. I like the little fakey as well.
Yeah.
He's kind of like, eat your face. No, guts, bang. Good shot, kidney shot. Roughed his face up. Great fight. Good times.
Unfortunately, though, this leads to the inevitable of you've been a very bad boy, Johnny. And the displeasure...
Why did you go punching people on our sports team?
the week before a track meet.
Was it? Oh yeah, it was actually. I forgot about
I know.
that. I just figured they were being narky. This understandably leads to Johnny being even more ticked off because everyone's getting on his case and teachers giving him grief and principal kicking him out of school and
hot teachers that I think he's trying to bang.
I got that vibe as well.
Did you get that vibe?
Yeah.
There was a blonde chick that he went in and shifted at one stage, and I actually thought
was the teacher.
Oh, that was the teacher. Okay, I think maybe there were some exchanges of fluids.
When the note got passed to him, I was like, huh? But then no, it was a note to go to the principal's office. I was like, oh.
Yeah, but it could have been a note going, go to the principal's office, don't worry,
Then-
I'll make it all better later.
But it wasn't.
Hashtag teach. Hashtag
It wasn't though. It wasn't.
learning is caring. Hashtag
Anyway, like we said, because Johnny's having
hands
such
around knowledge.
because Johnny's having such a shit time of it, he decides to go out and have a fun time with his friends. This unfortunately leads to a little bit of a disaster, which
But no, Johnny goes home and gets a real shit time bit off his dad.
Yeah.
Which roils him up right proper.
Yeah.
And then he goes off and he's having a good time with his friends.
which leads to a bit of a disaster, which, as we said,
Disasters happen.
disasters happen. Invariably,
Johnny was been a bit of a lunatic and things
Yeah. Invariably, this leads to, as we mentioned from the graphic, Johnny coming back from the dead and seeking not so much, well, kind of vengeance, more like going after anyone that he thought annoyed him, I guess is the best way of putting it.
There's vengeance, and then it kind of spreads out to, I'm just going to tie up some loose ends while I'm up and about.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. This film...
His spirit leaves his body, and then he somehow... The logic of that was lost to me a little bit, where it was like, the spirit left my body, and do you have any idea where it is to move a body without a spirit in it? And I was like, how does that work?
Revenants are supposed to be caused by intense anger.
Okay, well, okay, so it's like they're literally, so like the soul passes, or whatever entity passes on, but the anger stays. Is that it?
Kind of. It's like all the deep-seated darkness in a person comes to the fore, and whatever manifestation of the person is left behind is fueled only by, let's call it, the dark side of them. A revenant is basically...
Something dark side.
It's like all the hate, all the rage, all the malice is what's left behind in the psychic imprint that is the spiritual entity that is whatever.
That deserves a blast.
Telling you. Because they even worked in rules and they defined that it is a revenant over the course of the film. And I was kind of like, okay. Yeah. Now I'll accept what you did there a while ago because you've explained it and that's good. There is some... Johnny Gruesome is, as you would imagine, a comedy horror. It is done very much tongue-in-cheek at some points because, to be perfectly honest, there's no way that...
The comedy plays out mostly through more the relationships of people than anything else.
Sometimes, yeah.
It's
also,
a very quirky...
Back and
forth conversational
There's
dynamics.
also, I thought the reaction from Gary when a head is discovered in a locker by somebody at one point, and his reaction was
blasé.
Just and then the reaction, hey, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know, it's such and such. How do you know that? His head's in my locker.
They just found a headless body in the gym. Yeah, it's fucking Trent. How'd you know? Because his head's in my locker. And I like that horrible little skull sound as they were taking the head out. There was just a little bit of membrane left. Just I would put it akin to putting chewing gum that was covered in yogurt off of something.
I'm glad I've never had to do that.
Neither have I. I'm just putting what the sound of sloopy yogurt and the sound of pulling chewing gum sounds like, and
Okay.
That's how it sounded in my head.
All right.
If there's any Foley artists out there, let me know, because I don't have a clue. They know all these mad combinations of shit that make other shit.
Okay.
Well, they do. Okay. You know, they're the guys that do the sound effects. Do you know where it's kind of like, I need the sound of 1,000 bullets being shot. Oh, no, actually, no, they just go to a gun range and record that. We'll figure it out. It'll be fine. Anyway.
T-Rex, combination of an elephant, a lion, and a couple other animals.
Yeah. Or there's the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers, which was just half of David Attenborough documentary audio, and I hazard a guess, the dragon from Dragonheart.
Okay.
It sounded like some chimpanzees and a dragon, all kind of audio alert.
All right.
The creeper from Jeepers Creepers.
Okay. Anyway,
it's been a while now since that assessment came to my head, so it could be like I hadn't done any video courses or anything at that stage, so my assessment of it might be different now. But I remember monkey, dragon, just the kind of thing he does. Sorry, anyway.
Anyway, as I said, Johnny Gruesome is comedy horror that, you know, the comedy is mostly in regards to relationships. There is a couple of good kind of slapstick comedy moments. That bit with the locker gets me every time. I did like the gore in it. Some of the kills were really good.
Yeah, there were some very cool kills.
I like the fact
Sexy girlfriend got a bad doing.
I was full sure something else was going to happen there. Not what you think that I might have thought of, but like in regards.
No, just.
Oh.
Okay, what did you think was going to happen? Because we're not actually spoiling anything if we say. Because it's your imagination.
I thought she was getting brought back as well.
Oh,
he delivers a line that had me believing, oh, cool, is there some way he can
the
bring
blue
her
line.
back?
Blue like me.
Yeah, maybe it was actually, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think he was just referring to murderizing her, to be honest.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed this. The storyline unfolds well. I feel, as you pointed out earlier, they revealed something kind of at the start of the movie that I think we would have been actually better off
if we hadn't known about it until if it was done later on. It's maybe like a
it brings into question some of these post-life actions a little bit, and you're kind of like, what side of the fence am I supposed to be batting on?
Yeah.
Here, do you know what I mean? Whereas I think if
there was a mystery there as to his motivation.
Yeah, if there was a little bit of kind of just subtlety to it, or kind of unfolded as we.
As I said, I haven't read the graphic. It's possible that's the way it goes in the graphic. But then again, it's written.
It doesn't matter how it goes in the graphic.
It's written and directed by the same guy that did the graphic, so maybe
you would say,
probably stay true enough to their own material.
Yeah. I mean, Frank Miller stayed pretty on the money with Sin City, like
the first one at least.
Yeah, well, I mean, he did a very good job of condensing down what was a pretty chunky couple of graphic novels into a solid movie.
Yeah, actually, technically, the unedited version.
Could we swing a Sin City night in some night on the show somehow? I'd get to just talk video graphics all day long, so I'd be super happy.
I could just sit here and say nothing.
No, you can sit here and pretend that you're riveted how I'm explaining how all of this shit's done.
I like how you're aware of the fact that I'd be pretending.
Yeah, it's the same way I'm trying to explain to you when we're doing horror promos. I know you're pretending like you give a fuck. Just tell me what to fucking do so I can do it and go home.
Not always.
No, not all. 75% of the time?
It depends on how late it's getting.
Okay, so
overall, Johnny Gruesome is a fun watch. For me, it was like watching a trauma movie or something like that, where you're sitting down and you're thinking, right, this is going to be brainless entertainment. It's a film. It's a film that's not supposed to be taken too seriously.
Not grindhouse. There's kind of a schlock horror in this too.
Yeah. At the very least, in the way that the story unfolds, the pace of the movie, the kind of.
I liked a lot of the characters as well. It reminded me of Slice a little bit, as in. Kind of all of the characters were kind of quirky in their own way. They all have this little weird quirk.
Yeah.
So it makes for a lot of very interesting kind of dialogue and stuff, because everyone's a little bit fucking like Eric's just like a Boy Scout, and it's kind of like, how are you so obliviously nonchalant to everything in a certain degree? Do you know, it's kind of like, oh no, I definitely didn't see my friend in the window. It wasn't like a quick glance. He was fucking there.
I don't know.
There was a proper like, oh, because even Johnny had a look of, oh shit, he saw me. It's kind of like, oh fuck, back from the curtain.
Maybe it was just more like, no, I couldn't have been.
Yeah, whatever. No, it was a bloody good watch. I enjoyed it. I'll tell you what, we're going to hit you with a trailer, and then we're going to go back and we'll do final thoughts.
Yeah.
P1. I'm pretty sure I put these in order. If not, you'll know fairly quickly.
Johnny, are we gonna party hard tonight?
Oh, yes, we are.
Yo, Eric, I don't like seeing you hanging out with this trash, bro.
What are you calling trash?
Calling you trash, Gruesome.
The name is Grissom.
Todd claims you did this to him in the parking lot.
Your reign of terror is over. I'm talking expulsion.
So down, Johnny.
Will you tell him what to do?
You're gonna get us all killed!
Oh, down!
No! Stealing him!
Didn't have to kill him. We have to make this look like an accident.
John Gruesome died last night in an automobile accident. He will be missed.
I've been getting phone calls. The calls are being made on Johnny's phone.
Grissom?
Why are you dead?
Johnny is dead. Corpses don't get up and climb out of their graves.
Johnny's body isn't there.
Scream until you're blue in the face, then we'll match.
Sorry, I thought there was another set of titles to fade up there. Nope. I thought it was like Johnny Gruesome, then you have like the little production logo or something. No, sorry. Oops, pardon about that. Okay, quick question. Just to keep it spicy. Fucking lights. Quick question, just to keep it spicy. Out of the, I think there's like 5 stages of Johnny evolution of zombiness. I'm going to just say zombie just because visually closest present. What do you think was cool?
Honestly?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you really did wipe that smile off my face.
I like that. I have certain flair passion, don't ask me why, for Biker Johnny with the gas mask. Or the builder's mask.
Yeah.
Just looked badass.
Yeah.
Just looked badass. He was waving a baseball bat around. Shit looked cool.
As I said,
could have been a wrestler. Do you know, it had that kind of like, oh. You know, what's going on behind that mask?
Sorry, I was just looking for
big set of gnashers.
Release date. 16th of October.
Why don't you check the emails?
Because I didn't have the email right in front of me. I had the page with all the details of other stuff.
Oh, I know, but I mean, like, in general, because we have way more info on the email.
Anyway.
So I was just wondering.
Yeah, Johnny Gruesome, fun watch from Uncork'd Media, out on the 16th of October, which is next week.
Uncork'd Entertainment, I think.
What did I say?
Media.
Arg.
It's Johnny Payton's Media.
Oh, for frack's sake.
Thanks for the shout out, though.
He shoots people so you don't have to.
I do, you know.
Anyway,
double entendre as well, if anyone's ever.
On to the next film.
Best movie, I think.
The next film is, to be perfectly honest, a masterclass in how
Grindhouse should be done, and exploitation should be done, and really good cinematography should be done, and character development should be done, and how you put a stupid set of teeth into someone and still let them functionally talk to a certain degree should be done.
That was the
It
director.
shouldn't actually be done, but shouldn't actually be done. But what they did a good job. We are talking about the Queen of Hollywood Boulevard, which is fucking fantastic.
Written and directed, and also kind of partially starring. He's in it as an important thing. He's
a pretty big. What he lacks in screen presence, he makes up for very much storyline importantness.
Yeah, and that would be Orson Oblowitz, who wrote, directed, and is in the Queen of Hollywood Boulevard.
Who wrote, directed, and is in the Queen of Hollywood Boulevard, and will be here Thursday night on the GORECAST for a special. The month being in it, we thought we were going to. The plan was to shoot loads of shit, but I'm finally going for surgery on this bitch, so I'm slightly culled down in plans. So there will be a couple of extra interviews and things like that over the course of the coming weeks, opposed to just the singular one. It might be an extra review or some other bullshit talking like that. But there's going to be a lot more of this for the next couple of weeks. That's the Thursday plug. Done. I don't have time for the show Thursday. I don't have time for the show Thursday. It'll be either usual time or maybe possibly just a little bit earlier. Depending.
Anyway.
Now the plug's done.
Okay. Queen of Hollywood Boulevard is basically about Queen Mary, who owns and runs a rather successful, I suppose, strip club.
A formerly quite successful strip club.
Well, they still have like
erotic dance club. Why can I say that? Not strip. Oh no, it's fine. It was just a temporary thing. Never mind. I got the vibe it used to be quite flourishing and has kind of fizzled out.
I just figured since the entire story is set over the course of the one day, since we're seeing a lot of the stuff early in the morning.
Oh yeah, I know, but just some of the dialogue between her and your man
maybe
led to believe that, and the no money to pay for the peeps.
Anyway, on Queen Mary's birthday, as it turns out,
she also, by the way, you don't fuck up someone's birthday.
She is informed that a 25-year-old debt that she owes to certain no qualms money lending types, give us our money, we take your knees kind of people.
No hold barred businessmen.
Anyway, her time is up. The money is owed, and her club is going to be taken away from her, and that's just the start of her bad day. The story itself unfolds following Queen Mary as she tries to celebrate her birthday or prepare herself for her birthday as best she can, while at the same time dealing with the fact that she has people that are threatening her business, her livelihood, and eventually her family. Things go from bad to worse over the course of the day.
Yeah.
We get an insight into Mary's character and how she deals with people. I think one of the best ones was Percy, when he brings along the chick Grace.
Oh yeah, he's a filthy little piece of scum.
He is, yeah, and you can smell it a mile away. And I thought it was awesome when Mary
practically left a trail of sleaze as he walked out the door.
Yeah, Mary is quick to basically put him in his place, inform him that he shouldn't be bringing girls. It's a good insight into the character.
Yeah,
you know, she's a businesswoman, fair enough, but like any good, I'm going to use the word madame here because I think it's.
She walks on both sides of the fence.
She makes sure that her girls are looked after, or, you know, she has morals and rules.
Yeah.
She has rules. She's also got the respect of a great many people, and it's easy to see why she's referred to as Queen Mary when you have people quite literally
falling at her feet
and happily claiming to be her property.
Yeah. There's like a Tony Soprano-ness about her. She's very, like, it's, considering the whole women's movement in cinema and everything, she's a bloody great, like, she's a really powerful Jackie Brown level.
Gemma Teller.
Yes. Although Jackie Brown was a fucking badass.
No.
Badass, take your balls and no nonsense kind of shit.
I'm just saying, I was half expecting fucking.
That's a very bad impression. Sorry.
I'm just saying, I may or may not have been half expecting Katie Seagal to walk in at any point and sit down and spark up a cigarette and just sit in the corner. Kind of go, yes, you've done a good job here.
Jesus Christ, imagine if the two of them went at it.
Fucking
that'd be a fight and a half.
Anyway.
Mary takes no punchings from no one, and she.
Using a combination of intelligence and ruthlessness at times, Mary, over the course of the film, tries to
walking stick.
Yeah, tries to basically hang on to possession of her club and her livelihood and control of her life itself.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, as you said, things do spiral out of control. She is forced to kind of capitulate to the whims of others, which then puts her in awkward positions and forces her to take actions that she never thought she was capable of, which almost go horribly, horribly wrong at times. This story is fucking awesome.
It's great.
It's the only way I can put it.
Yeah, it's absolutely mind-grabbing from the moment it gets going. She's a fascinating character, like right from the opening sequence with her.
Yeah, there's this beginning dialogue about how death is a lonely business and explaining Hollywood at times, and there's these snippets snippets of dialogue that kind of really gives you a feel that this is a seedy world that she lives in, but at the same time she has managed to claw her way literally to the top of it, to the point where she's able to look after to a degree and mitigate the seediness a little bit, you know, because let's face it, you're getting the clear impression that things are at a certain level with Queen Mary in charge, but if she hands it over to the other people, it's going to go from like somewhat classy to
when the Rock, what's his name? Was it the Rock?
Punk Rock Charlie.
Punk Rock Charlie. When Punk Rock Charlie came in, you got us very quick
sleazy.
Well, not just sleazy, but you got a very quick insight into how the girls were going to be managed.
I own you.
You're mine, and if a lap dance involves Me fucking you. That's the way it goes. Period.
Story-wise, we don't want to give away too much because this thing is just brilliant. It really is a fat.
Yeah, you need to go watch it. And number two, also because we're going to have the director on, we also don't want to get into it with you too much because we're probably going to get into
pick his brains about a few parts.
Yeah.
What I will say though is inspired casting choices.
Jesus.
Sitting now, watching that film, kind of going, I know her, and I know her, and I know her. So yes, needless to say that when it comes to casting for a strip club, Mr. Oblowitz, thank you. Holly Hart and Asphyxia Noir, awesome, absolutely awesome. Okay, I'm done. You can come back. Anyway, absolutely gripping and fascinating story that, to be perfectly
I'd
honest...
say it was gripping.
I was working. I wasn't going to...
Couldn't help it. Sorry.
Might look up their stuff later. Anyway.
I researched a video or two before we went on air. It's fine. Don't worry. Well done, ladies. Good job.
Although, in my opinion, you didn't go looking at the really good ones. But anyway.
I went... Let's just double check this before we go making any claims on air. And I went, oh, would you look at that? There she is. That was it. Yeah. I wasn't looking to get into it. I'm aware there's robots and fucking Transformers and shit, or whatever it was you were on about. What were you on about?
I wasn't on about any of that.
They're like robots.
No, I don't think I've seen... I don't think I've seen either one of them.
Okay, I must have mistook one of the websites you're on about for something else, so...
Clearly. No, there is videos like that. I'm just not sure if either of them were in those videos on that site.
Oh, okay. I just thought it was all that thing.
No, it's not.
My knowledge is distinctly lacking compared to yours, so...
anyway.
Yeah, I just thought it was all that kind of shit. Right.
Queen of Hollywood Boulevard is, to be perfectly honest...
Gun-toting, skull-smashing...
Grindhouse
dancing
exploitation awesomeness. Absolute awesomeness.
Yeah. If you want that for a blurb for your poster, you take it. Yeah. Because it's fantastic. Let me just keep talking there for 2 seconds and I'll go get dates.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cinematography.
Oh, it's dog hair. I thought the dog broke my phone again. I was like, oh.
Okay. Cinematography is fantastic and really does a brilliant job of giving a grindhouse feel. All the characters are very, very believable. Mary herself is just, she's quality. I mean, it's a fantastic job. That what's the actress's name?
Mary?
Rosemary Hochschild.
Yeah, she's bloody great.
Rosemary Hochschild. There we go. I thought one of the most interesting things about this is there's a video that is done for Mary at one point, and it's clearly actually video of the actress when she was younger, and there are other parts where there are photos of the actress when she's younger, and it's a brilliant way of bringing believability to what you're watching. When you're actually able to see stuff like that and kind of go, wow, okay. And then that scene, that I'm not going to go into what happened
next. Your
reaction
noise there again?
Oh, go away.
Nice.
I'm not going to go into what happens next in that particular scene, but the juxtapositioning is fantastic, and the payoff is just brilliant. It's just like
it actually plays out like a really well thought out chess game the whole way through, except that all parties playing are very good at chess. Yeah, they're horrible cunts and very, very good at chess. I already dropped a cunt earlier, so I'm just kind of like fuck it now at this stage. We do a trailer,
yes,
and then we'll come back and we'll drop some dates about this. I don't know what that was. It was like getting Super Showdown promo level on it. Drop some dates on this motherfucker right back now.
I know it's my birthday, but I really brought everyone here to say goodbye, old friends. Hollywood, a town where morality never crossed the city limits.
Baby, you owe me. You borrowed and you borrowed and you come to the end of your life.
They're taking the club away from you. It's all about control, isn't it?
This place is yours. There's nothing anyone can do about that.
I eventually fell into this way of life, and I never looked back. find there are things that must be forgotten if you want to go on living.
People never change. They just keep on pretending.
Who am I? What do I want? What is in my way? Death is a lonely business.
And we're back. Like, when I say Grindhouse, right down to the titles.
Right down to the choice of actors. Michael Parks is in that film.
Yeah, Michael Parks. It's his last role.
Yes, it would have been actually. Yeah.
It's his last role.
Yeah, and he does it. It's brilliant.
Hashtag remember Michael Parks.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking, he was the man. He was the goddamn man. He was in Red State as well, wasn't he?
He was, yeah. It was Red State and Tusk.
He was in Red State and Tusk.
They were written,
he was in...
Kevin Smith had said that he actually wrote them with Michael Parks in mind.
All of the big roles he's known for more recently are all guys who are big fans of his old stuff that wrote roles specifically. Same with Tarantino.
I was just about to say, yeah.
Yeah, same with Tarantino. Which is actually why it's a very good choice with this, because I saw in some of the stingers in the email we got, like the little stinger blurbs, that it was compared to very Tarantino-esque. And I would say it's right down to the storyline pacing, the absolute just wizardry with dialogue. It's the dialogue bounces so Tarantino, like it's just so fluid and just very snappy, and the cuts are great, and he's not afraid to hold a long shot and draw out that little bit of tension, you know.
The cigar. That was brilliant.
What's so good about that scene is you see it coming a mile away, and
much like in Mermaid Song with the knife.
Yeah, but like you see it coming such a mile away that you're like, no way that's going to happen anyway, because it's like they're telegraphing that way too much, to the point that it throws you off completely. And like,
my only reservation was, now maybe it was just me, I couldn't understand the line that she said.
Neither could I.
Okay.
Neither could I. But we'll call that awesome acting, because she wasn't supposed to be feeling the Mae West.
This is true.
She wasn't supposed to be feeling the Mae West at the time. Anyway, The Queen of Hollywood Boulevard is a cinema release from October the 12th all around LA, and is on demand from October 16th.
Go watch it.
Go watch it. Go download it from wherever it is available on demand. Or wait, on demand isn't download site. On demand is like Amazon Prime and things. Streaming. So wherever that will be streaming, hopefully Netflix. And yeah, go watch that shit. It's just really, really good. And don't forget to join us Thursday,
when we will be doing the...
And just in case you do forget to join us Thursday, there will probably be 5,000 posters
scattered around to remind you.
On the way around Thursday. We'll do promos. We'll do something green screening. Can we shoot something Grindhouse green screen to advertise it?
See, this is what happens. His brain is working. On to the next bit.
Too late. On to the next bit. Indie cinema. Okay. Oh no, wait. We'll do our TV show plug first, and then we'll go, because
it ties in.
The TV show plug. Indie cinema. Oh, that ties in. I thought you were on about the advert. I was like, how the fuck does the Street Fighter advert tie into the next bit? As everybody watches this, I would hopefully know by now, we have a TV show on American Horrors, and tonight, hence the whole episode.
The reason why we...
Hence the whole episode today being super indie, even though we do that quite a lot. But we're talking all about how the quality of indie cinema, which some fantastic samples here today, has gone fucking through the roof recently, to the point that I can't tell when it's an indie movie or if it's a Hollywood movie.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, that was a bad example. They're all Hollywood movies, but you know what I mean? I can't tell if it's...
indie movie or big budget
Hollywood
studio.
Hollywood superstar movie.
Ha! WWE superstars.
Goddamn superstars.
Superstars, yeah.
Great, now I'm seeing Stone Cold Steve Carvin.
Camera 316 says, get away from my cat, killer!
What's worse is now I'm seeing The Rock as Kenny. H's fucking Kyle.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Can
Cartman would be Triple H.
Stone Cold Steve Cartman. See? That.
Anyway, him bald and the goatee is just fucking money. Gotta make that happen.
Before I sidetracked you, what were you going to do? TV thing?
Oh yeah, we have a TV show. Sorry, I forgot about that. So on American Horror tonight, we're talking all about how the level of indie cinema has gone right through the fucking roof, because it bloody well has. And if you're fans of the show, for once, you're going to be super informed about what we're talking about, because you've seen us talking about it here. But this is in a much quicker, more concise manner.
Yeah, we actually keep to a timescale.
We don't. I edited it back down to a timescale. That's it. But as is conventional, we usually have a trailer, which I hope you guys enjoy this one, because I'm super happy with this one. It's just so silky smooth. I'm super happy with it.
Goddamn indie cinema with your tiny little arms and your no bloody budgets. That's all it is. Oh, I'm sick of this crap. I'm gonna level up this shit. Holy sensu beats! Indy's got over 9,000! Independent!
If you want to find out exactly what the state of independent cinema is now, go over to American Horrors this Sunday, 8:30-ish CST PM, where you can see me and what's left of that thing, giving you our opinions on exactly how independent cinema has leveled up. Ha!
I'll send it. Fine, we're back. Yeah, so 8:30 p.m. CST-ish tonight, which is 2:30 a.m. GMT-ish tonight. We're going to be talking all about that. Should be fun.
Yeah. And speaking of how awesome independent cinema is, that brings us right into our next piece. Brought to us by our friend Damien Draven, who directed this fucking masterpiece.
And also designed the set to this masterpiece.
Yeah. Okay, how can I put this? You ever, firstly, let me just say that today, 7th of October, celebrates the 169th year anniversary of the death of one of horror's greatest literary figures, Edgar Allan Poe. To celebrate that, Oracle Productions released the trailer for, directed by Damien Draven, The Raven, which is, to be perfectly honest, a visual roller coaster that covers the entirety of The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. In this case, spoken and read by...
One for me.
I'm driving.
One for my pomies.
Dog's going to come in and pick that off the floor, Deborah.
It'll be fine. He's drank worse. That's a joke. No, he hasn't.
I can smell it.
Oh.
You know that's the special reserve, right?
Oh yeah, it's got a fucking
kick. Yeah, I thought you knew that opening it.
No.
Spotted that the other day. I was like, oh, nice. Anyway, getting back to The Raven. As I said, it is 18 minutes
Sorry,
of...
whatever number of years that deserved something.
It is 18 minutes of classic literature visualized fantastically in this creepy, classically intriguing, almost mystery, the way that it unfolds.
Yeah, you know the poem.
You do.
But yet, when you're watching this, it's like you don't know the poem. It's like he's telling you the story for the first time, and it's fucking riveting.
Especially because there are some fantastic shots that are put in. There are scenes put into the visual aspect of this that are clearly not in the poem but would be alluded to in the literature.
Yeah.
Such as Poe and Lenore walking through the gardens, and then just to drive home the point of Poe's mindset, there are other glimpses over the course of the poem. Over the course of this presentation of the poem, you see Poe slowly but surely become more and more manic, I suppose is the best way. Down in the absent like a fucking champ.
Oh, I forgot to get some Poe mist going as well.
Down in the absent like a fucking champ. And there's these fantastic kind of juxtaposition shots of him in an asylum going mad, railing against the walls. And it's just...
One idea that might be a little bit too much Poe mist.
It's beautifully shot, and the feel of it is just creepy and dark. And the guy that is playing Poe is spot on.
And his voice
is mesmerizing.
Oh.
It just draws you in, and it's just, the entire thing is the monologue of the poem. Now, if you know the poem, then obviously you know what direction it's going, but it's the visual aspect.
I sent Damien a message after we watched this straight away, which I can only describe as me...
fanboying.
Yeah, that would be pretty much, constructively fanboying.
Yeah, Damien, man, if you're watching this was it was a joy to watch. It actually was.
Très magnifique.
Do you want to know what's fucking awesome about it? Finally, we get
Do it in the rock voice.
Finally!
Good man.
We get a way to present classic horror literature to the fucking social media attention span negating youth of the world. Hopefully, in a way.
I was wondering where you're going to that sentence for a minute.
Let's face it, a lot of, the reason that films have deteriorated is because, to be fair, the attention span of a lot of audiences has gone down. If you're not seeing something impactful within 5 or 10 minutes, whether it be a piss poor jump scare or something stupid that you can see.
He hasn't shot no one, and I haven't seen no tits in fucking, 15 minutes now?
Now, I understand this mindset is the reason why we do get colour by numbers tripe. But helping them is not that...
You're humouring it! You're humouring it!
You are enablers!
Enabling!
You are enablers!
You're enabling!
Thankfully, Damien Draven...
Jump scares are designed for a specific reason.
Anyway.
To cue you for the bigger scare. They're not the scare.
Thankfully, here we are presented with something that is... Like I said, the length of a decent episode of something, or I'm not going to call it a short because it is 18 minutes, but it is brief enough to hold the attention of even the most jaded person. I'm not going to insult people. I'm not going to be that guy. Even the most jaded non-literary person. It's fascinating, and it's beautifully shot. And to be perfectly honest, I think it is something that should get brought out and slapped on TV as like a Halloween special or something like that.
Well, one would hope. Oh, holy monkeys!
It's really, and at the very least, it would make people kind of go, you know what? Wow, I didn't know horror was actually built on the notion of suspense, and I didn't know that horror could be built on the idea that perhaps not knowing what's there is scary.
I have forgotten that horror was built on the notion of suspense.
No, it's not, because once again I am referring to certain members of the general viewing public that, to be perfectly honest, weren't old enough to remember what good horror is.
I'm sure they would have seen Psycho.
Or not, because it's black and white, and they're probably thinking if it's black and white it ain't worth watching.
Yes, but you're forgetting about the whole retro hipster trend going on where people are like, oh, all this black and white stuff's fucking amazing. I don't understand any of it, but it's fucking amazing.
It's still... We need it to be shorter because we can't actually keep our eyes open for longer than 5 minutes without looking at our fragging phones.
For shame.
And this is a fantastic way of slapping them people in the face with a big old Bible of literature. Wham! Pause!
Trailer time.
Hammer time.
What's it? Hammer time?
I don't know. It sounds like a trailer time.
Yeah, I one idea I thought you were going to go with a Poe thing, to be honest. That's disappointing.
Never more.
Distinctly, I remember. It was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow. Vainly I had sought to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow, sorrow for the lost Lenore.
Prophet, thing of evil,
prophet still, if bird or devil. By that heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore. Take thy beak from out my heart.
Fucking love that. Even I like that little bit of text where it's like one sentence that forms into another sentence. That was great. Also, David Graff, Uncle Dave, hashtag
David, how are you doing?
Hello, welcome.
You were just in time because you would appreciate the Raven. It's just
He
right
did
up-
he went bloody brilliant. Oh no, sorry, brilliant stuff.
Yeah. It's classic awesomeness.
Yeah,
It really is.
It's absolutely Damien, yet again, thank you for sending this in to us because
Fantastic
it
job.
blew my fucking
That
mind
was
balls.
brilliant.
And it made me feel very culture as well.
Yeah.
I felt very culture after it.
Good.
And
Cultured.
yeah, very cultured. That's what I said. I felt very cultured after it, and I do actually think my intelligence went up by at least 1.5%. No word of a lie. I walked out and I was making a coffee and I was like, I won't lie to you, Pam. I feel at least 1.5% smarter than I did before I watched that movie.
But you know what? If everyone that sees it feels the same way, then it's definitely... Like I said, this is something that I truly, actually, really, honestly do believe should get played every Halloween. If nothing else, just to remind people, hey, guess what? This is how things like horror actually fragging started.
Yeah. It's Jenny that's over on Horror Amino. That's why I appreciate her Sunday showings, because she does all old school black and white silent movies. Some great stuff in there.
Cool.
Absolutely great. It's nice because everyone's like, oh, what is the thing with your man and the knife and you had the rope and there was all the special effects and stuff, and sometimes it's kind of like these guys just had a background track. Didn't even have people talking. Microphones weren't invented.
Just that spooky circumstance.
Just that
scary
spooky
storytelling.
circumstances, some smart lighting, some intelligent shooting,
and good storytelling.
Literally good storytelling because it was written. That's good music. Yeah, I think that's everything, isn't it?
Yes, I believe it is.
Yet again, make sure to join myself and the Giz over in American Horrors in about 2.5 hours, where we're going to be talking more about indie cinema and how it seems to have leveled up. Would have had the effect there. If you...
I did in my mind.
Yeah, but I would have done it on the screen.
I know, but I got entertainment.
That's all cool. Other than that, Thursday.
Yeah.
I wish we could do schedules on this like you can on Twitch. Might go Twitchy. And we also have a cool gamer guy from Twitch, but he also did a haunted kind of what do you call it? Like paranormal investigative.
Oh.
TV shows.
Yeah.
Which is why I think he'll be interesting on the show, because when I was talking to him as we were playing PUBG Mobile with Johnny Deadly, I'm still looking for a fucking squad, dickhead. Someone download the fucking game. Sorry, I'm freaking out now.
What's the game?
PUBG Mobile.
Right,
you can't play it, it'll make your tablet fucking explode.
Identity V made my tablet explode.
Yeah, well then PUBG Mobile will make it's Battle Royale. I don't know how you aren't playing this.
Probably.
You make your character.
Alright, I'll see if it works.
They put 100 people's characters in the plane. They fly that plane over an island. The island has loads of houses and shit like that, and loads of crates with weaponry and all that shit all around. And then you basically get fucked out of the plane with a parachute, land on the island, whoever wins.
I'm downloading the game. Hopefully it works.
Yeah, I thought you'd like it.
Yeah.
Need a squad. But anyway, how did I get onto that?
That's Computer Game Guide.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, but anyway, he was doing the horror show, and while we were chatting playing PUBG, I was like, I won't lie to you, we need to talk privately, because that sounds fucking cool. Because on the show, he was the skeptic. And he was like, won't lie to you, there was some shit. Most of the shit I was like, there was some shit though that I was proper like, can't get my head around that. And at that point I was like, Podcasts. That'll be cool. We'll do that. So, somewhere on one of the 5 million platforms of social media we're on, it would be nice to go on a different one live for a change. Probably not YouTube.
I'm sure we'll let you know in some way, shape, or form.
Some way, shape, or form. Okay. Yeah. Other than that, GORECAST out. I think. See you in 2.5. Well, we won't see. Well, I might see you if you're chatting.
See us in 2.5 hours.
But not literally. Because it's pre-recorded. Yeah. Except I might be floating around. He won't be. He'll be asleep. You will be asleep. We'll be honest about it. All right. Anyway.
GORECAST out.
Yeah. GORECAST out. Whoa.
Jungle.